Hello everyone, welcome to another episode. Here's the bottom of my 510. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be peeling off all the undercoating and I am going to seal it with a good primer, and then I am going to do a Raptoliner coverage or spray on all over the bottom of the car. I'm thinking that I'm going to bring that Raptoliner all the way up to this line right here, which is a seam that divides the engine compartment and the rest of the transmission area in the back of the car. I may spray some of that Raptoliner on the frame rails, actually the bottom of the frame rail. Obviously inside the wheel wells, and that's about it. I'm not going to go forward with the Raptoliner inside the engine compartment or any of that stuff. That will be painted the same color of the car. Originally, I thought I would like to mix that Raptoliner and tint it the same color of the car so I can spray the bottom of the car and it will be the same color as the top. But I intend to drive this car. This is not going to be a garage queen by any means. I definitely intend to, drive it as much as I can. And if I do that, what it's going to end up happening is that I'm going to be a slave of trying to keep this clean and have it always, show condition, where that's not my intent. This is not a show car. My intent is to have a really nice paint job and a very solid bottom of the car protected so that I can drive it and enjoy it. There are no major issues on this bottom of the car here. There are some issues with, I used to have a bolt-on roll cage, so there's some holes here and that I need to reseal. There's going to have a custom-made roll cage again, but I don't know if it's going to end up in the same holes or not, so I'm going to go ahead and fix those anyways. Same thing with these areas right here where at an earlier time in my life I had put different seats on the car, so it's got extra holes that are not supposed to be there, so I'm going to go ahead and seal that as well. There is a small section in the back, and I'm going to take you back there. There is a section back here where the people that own the car, it was an older gentleman and older lady, I think they were probably in their 70s. Look at me saying that, I'm 65, so I guess I'm right where he was. Anyways, so he had put a J.C. Whitney's towing package, or a little towing hitch that went to the bumper brackets and had two mounts here, so those are these holes right here. Inside the actual area of the wheel wells in this whole area right here, it doesn't show like there's any major rust. It's all surface rust. I did have an opportunity to work on this inner fender right here a couple of days ago, and it cleaned up really good. I'm very happy with the way it actually cleaned up. Everything came off fairly easy. But it was a considerable amount of work to do it, very tedious work. One thing that happened during that particular, time that I was working on that is that I actually hurt myself because the grinder ended up jumping off my hands. It hit a part of the inner fender right here, and it jumped right off my hands and it tore up my knuckle right here. Even though I was wearing gloves, it went right through my gloves. So lesson learned. I ordered some PPE from the Jungle store, as well as a 3M full face mask. I have some really good gloves that I normally use for welding. I'm going to be using those instead. In protecting myself, because on the day that I did this small section right here, not only was my shop covered on this stuff, there was a ton of stuff on the ground and I had it all over me. including inside the N95 mask that I actually was wearing, thinking that I was doing good in protecting myself. It was actually dirty on the inside as well. So I'm not going to do that again. I don't want to inhale all this stuff into my lungs. So I went ahead and bought some stuff, and it should be here, if not today, tomorrow, I think. And hopefully I'll get that done. For the front of the car, there isn't much to do either. There is actually, everything is fairly clean. Mostly what I need to do is try to clean it up just as like I did on the other side as well, on the back of the car. Right here in the front, if you guys can see it, let me reposition the camera here to see if I can bring you in to look at that a little bit better. Sorry, I stuck my head right in front of you there. Right there. And so right here on this area, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let me bring it right here. It looks like it has its fair share of hitting something. I don't know what that was. This here is almost like it's been pulled out. I'm not sure how that happened. I don't know. Also down here, there's some bolts that are broken off. I believe that that was for the cover that goes here, that covers your engine compartment from water going in and whatnot. I'm going to make one that actually fits the reverse cross member, since now the car has a reverse cross member, which will be for the SR20 that is going to be installed on the car. Otherwise, I don't foresee any major work here that needs to be done. I hope that when I do get this finished, that I am pleased with it, and I'm sure I will. It's just going to take time. This is not something that I can do in one day. What I think I'm going to be doing is, judging by this section right here that I did, I'm going to divide this in sections and set myself small goals every day versus trying to think about the whole thing. I think if I divide it in small sections, then maybe I can start, the first day by working on this area here, and then the second day maybe working on this area right here. If I feel that it's more than I can do in one day, because my time is also limited, I may just divide this into smaller sections that I can clean up every day and feel like I'm actually getting something done. If I do that and divide it in small sections, I think I can do this probably in a couple of weeks and get it all scraped up and ready for a group primer. Now, talking about primers, my idea is to do an epoxy primer here and seal everything that I clean up and scrape. And then after that, my option at this point, I haven't come up with anything better, is to do a Raptor bottom of the car. I think that would be pretty good. I think I want to bring that Raptor right up to here, this area right here. From here back will be the Raptor, as well as the legs of the cross member, but only on the bottom of the cross member there, basically on this area right here, versus trying to cover more than that, trying to make it look a little bit nicer on the bottom. I would like the bottom of the car to be just as nice as the top, or to complement the top, I guess is the word. But I don't know if I want to do the Raptor after I paint the car or before I paint the car. Some people on the internet are saying it's better to do it afterwards and easier to mask the car. I don't know. And some people are saying, no, go ahead and do it all at once and then mask the bottom of the car before you start doing the body work. Either way, it seems daunting to me one way or another. What would be the best? I don't know. So if you guys have done this before, if anyone can give me some recommendations as to whether I want to do all of it at once, or just leave it on the primer, do the body work, come back and do the wrapped liner. I don't know. Just haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. But if you guys have an idea or have done it before, just let me know. And the same sort of thought, if you guys think that what I'm doing here helps you in any way, shape, or form, if it's entertaining to you guys, I think I might be a little boring, but if it's entertaining to you guys and you guys can see how I'm doing this, and this may inspire you to do your own car and think, hey, he did it, it wasn't that bad, so I can do it. That'd be great, because that's what I want. This is not for making money. This is not for advertising anything. I'm doing this to document my work on my car, and at the same time to probably help people try to do their own cars as they are thinking or attempting to do it. And maybe we can bounce ideas, and people would say, hey, I did it this way, it worked out better for me, or whatever. So if you can, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. If you know another 510 or Datsun guy that might be interested in seeing this, let them know about my videos. That'd be great. That way it makes me feel like, okay, there's a purpose for me to be doing these videos in addition to be doing the car itself. And with that, I want to thank you again for coming back to see one of my videos. I look forward to the next video where I actually start scraping some of this stuff. I'm going to seal off the garage, at least one half, because I have my 240Zs on the other side, and I don't want it to get dirty with all this crap flying all over the place. And that's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe out there. Thank you.